So Ravi, how you've been in this space for a long while. And take off from where Tripathi left is to how do you assess risk? How do you underwrite this risk? As he's saying that most of these are in the EWS sector because that's the large target market for the affordable housing segment. There is no stable income. There is lack of proof of income. So how do you kind of underwrite risk? What do you see what do you see as a business model there?
I'll just summarize what has been told by the other panelists. Like she said that we are in a segment which is upwards of a particular value, maybe say 5 lakhs or 7 lakhs. Similarly, where government intervention will be required for segments which are less than 5 lakhs. Similarly, as Mr. Tripathi said that there are close to about 92 housing finance companies and by the end of the year probably we may have 100 licenses issued. So all in all, if you look at it, even with so many housing finance companies, each and every housing finance company focuses on a particular niche, particular market. And typically talking about Reliance Home Finance, we focus on ticket sizes which are upwards of 7.5 lakhs. And I think that's where we have developed an expertise to evaluate clients requiring loans of more than 7.5 lakhs. Most of our clients, unlike what you said, are actual challenges with the EWS. So most of our clients have a cash flow, which goes into the bank statement or which is reflected in the ITR, and more so, they also have a CIBIL score. So all in all, I think what we lay a lot of emphasis on is personal meeting with the client, understanding as to how he's going to get his margin money in also. Because although in affordable housing, 10 to 15% has to be brought in by the client, it's not only the servicing of the EMI that is important, but how from what all sources has he managed to get the balance 10 to 15%. Towards the cost of the house. That is very, very important. The second thing is that, as you rightly said, there are a lot of incentives which have been given by the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. For all the three, there have been incentives which have been given to housing finance companies also by the reduction of risk weightages, so that with the same capital we can create a bigger book. So that's the incentive which a housing finance company has. The incentive what individuals have is, of course, they get interest subsidy. There is no GST that they have to pay on affordable housing. Similarly, the builders also have incentive. There's 8% GST there, and there's affordable housing fund which has been initiated. So all in all, I feel that it's a very it's for the first time that the government is focusing on all the three sectors: the builder, the end user, and the facilitator in housing. So while evaluating the client, while evaluating the credit worthiness of the client, I think there are three things which are very, very important. First thing is a basic assumption that the client, it's the first house that the client, it's the first home of the client that we are funding. And we as Indians, we have a lot of emotions attached to the first house because that's a security which you give to your family over the next 25 to 30 years. So I think the basic premises what we start is assuming that the client is not going to default. That's very, very important. The second thing is that if we meet up with the client to understand what are the sources of cash flow, as Tripathi has said, not very many times the cash flow may go to the bank account. So this set of clients, of course, they are very few for us. But personal meeting up with the client, understanding what is the saving that he has made over a period of time, helps us to know what is the kind of cash flow that his business generates.
So let me ask you another related question more on the credit link subsidy scheme, the PMAY scheme. How have you seen that scheme being implemented, operationalized? And Anita, this question is also from a developer perspective because ultimately the end customer is taking that benefit. So what has been, so what typically happens, just for the audience, is that a customer who's eligible for a EWS, LIG or MIG home, he gets a subsidy from the National Housing Bank, which is essentially given to the bank that is disbursing the loan. So what has been the feedback and what has been your challenges in seeing customers getting that loan? Because it's important for you from housing finance to disburse your loan. Plus it's important for developers because if he's relying on that scheme, right, he needs that to be able to buy your house. So what's been the progress so far?
As far as our experience is concerned in getting this subsidy, I think it's a seamless process. We get subsidy within 1 month's time.
1 month.
1 month's time of application, and we've received subsidy for the current financial year. Like just to put number to it, we've received close to about 29.5 crores of subsidy, which has been successfully distributed to about more than 1,200 clients of ours.
So 30 crore in FY18?
Yes, please.
For how many clients?
More than 1,250 clients.
More than 1,200 clients. Okay. So does that mean that this sector has low NPA because it's a first-time home? People are wary of default. But what about credit costs or what about disbursal costs for housing finance companies? Are those a lot higher? Does that impact profitability? What's, before I move to you, Ravi, if I can get your view on that point.
Sure. So it's a very right point that you have just touched, Zipa. In fact, I think at Reliance Home Finance, I think we are one of the very first housing finance companies because, affordable housing is a part of the business. There are separate teams to do business. There are separate teams to underwrite affordable housing. There are separate teams to collect also affordable housing finance cases. It's a part of our business. So it's a new concept that we have come up with, which is a CapEx-like model. What we have done is that we have identified close to 20 locations in the country, wherein we'll be coming up with satellite offices. These are CapEx-like offices. These are just 300 square feet offices, wherein about 6 to 7 people sit. So the entire processing, underwriting of the cases is done from that offices. So with the CapEx-like office, there are two advantages. You can be closer to the client. You necessarily need not go to a new location altogether, but these are in the periphery of the locations where your offices are already there. Like if you have come up with the first office in Vastral, which is a place near Ahmedabad, so you are closer to the client because a lot of affordable housing finance activity is happening there.
So I think going closer to the customer as
we are closer to the client. Number one, number two, these are all capex light offices, so that the cost of sourcing the client, we are also very easily reachable by the client. So all these are advantages when you talk about affordable housing.
Okay, Ravi, your view on how you assess an opportunity in this space?
Yeah, we've been talking about affordable housing while the overall mortgage market is growing at a rate of 18%, closer to 20%. The overall affordable housing is growing at a rate of more than 30%. So there is enough scope. I think from Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana and the Housing for All by 2022 has given enough impetus on the developer side, on the housing finance company side, as well as on the client side to make the best use of it and to avail and make their own homes, avail home loans and make their own homes. I think how we at Reliance look at it is that we work through a hub and spoke arrangement. Through our 51 offices, we cater to more than 100 locations. So once these locations start giving us a business of more than a particular value or more than a particular transactions, we open an office there. And from that office, again, we cater to be further penetrate into the further areas, in 50 to 20 kilometers from that location. So I think all in all, through the hub and spoke arrangement, we try to expand our footprint in the country and be closer to where the affordable housing finance activity.
Be closer to the end customer.